Our homes are supposed to be the one place where we feel completely safe, a space isolated from the chaos of the outside world. But sometimes, something or someone from the outside manages to slip in without permission. Applause today. I've taken 3 supposedly true horror encounters, stories people have shared with me, or that I've found through late-night digging, and retold them in a way that will chill you to your core. Story 1, The Light in the Bathroom No Need. Damien Andrews, an only child, had a strict weekend routine. After finishing his Friday classes, he would head straight to his part-time shift at a gas station, usually 6 long hours. Once his shift ended, he'd drive back to his parents' place. Most weekends, his parents were out, both heavy drinkers, who spent Friday and Saturday nights at bars. That night, Damien parked in the empty driveway. The house was dark, just as he expected. He remembered he still had his bike in the trunk from campus, so he decided to put it away in the backyard shed. After riding it down the path and locking it inside, he closed the shed door and froze. The upstairs bathroom light was on. He was sure it hadn't been when he first pulled in. Telling himself that maybe one of his parents decided to stay home, he unlocked the back door and stepped inside. He was about to call out, but something inside him whispered, "Don't." From the den, he climbed halfway up the stairs, where he could see the bathroom door upstairs glowing with light around the frame. Slowly, he made his way up, calling softly, "Mom, Dad." No answer. The silence was heavy. He tried again, still nothing. The door was locked, which meant someone was definitely inside. Thinking his mum was just in the bath with headphones in, Damien was about to knock again when the phone rang downstairs. He picked up. It was his dad, drunk as usual, just checking to make sure Damien got home okay. Half distracted, Damien asked why he left Mom at home. His father sounded confused. Then Damien's eyes dropped to the bottom of the bathroom door. 2 dark outlines of bare feet, standing motionless, right behind the door. That's when his dad slurred the words Damien will never forget. "Your mother's sitting right here at the table." Every nerve in Damien's body screamed at him to run. He bolted outside, hanging up mid-call, and hid in the bushes while dialing 911. Just before the sirens approached, he looked up at the bathroom window. The light switched off. Police searched every room. No one was inside. Story 2, The Body in the Basement. The next story never gave the main character's name, so let's just call him Ted. Ted was 16, living on a farmhouse property with his dad and younger brother, Andrew. The place was secluded, trees on all sides, a long gravel driveway leading to the main road, and only one neighbor a mile away. That evening, Ted was riding back from a friend's house. He stashed his bike in the barn, then noticed something odd. The double doors leading into the basement were wide open. There were no cars in the driveway, so Ted figured Andrew must have left them like that. He stepped down into the dark basement, calling out his brother's name. From upstairs, Andrew answered. He came running down, flipping on the light. The first thing Andrew said was, "Do you smell that?" He claimed there was a horrible odor in the air. Ted said he couldn't smell a thing. Ted asked why Andrew left the doors open. Andrew looked confused. He swore he hadn't touched them all night. The thought hit them both at the same time. Someone might have gotten inside. They searched the basement top to bottom, but found nothing. Andrew insisted he had been sitting in the living room and hadn't heard a sound. Finally, Ted tried to shrug it off. He sat on the basement couch, flicked on the TV, and something felt wrong. The cushions were firm, lumpy, almost like they were hiding something, pulling one up. Ted screamed. Stuffed beneath the cushion was a body. He shoved Andrew upstairs, locked the basement door, and tried to calm down enough to explain what he'd seen. Later, the police confirmed it was their closest neighbor, George, who had gone missing days earlier. His wife was also unaccounted for, as of the last update. On the case, the killer was never caught. Story 3. The man on the stairs, Edward Gallo, 24, had just moved into a quiet house in rural Virginia. His girlfriend Sarah often spent weekends there. One Friday night, he hadn't heard from her all day. Concerned, he called and left a voicemail. When she didn't respond to repeated calls or texts, he began to worry she was losing interest. Then, from downstairs, he heard a door close. Relieved, he assumed she'd let herself in. He texted her, "Come upstairs." Thumps echoed from below. Someone was moving slowly toward the staircase. Step, pause, like they were dragging themselves up 2 steps at a time. Edward leaned over the railing. Sarah, the steps stopped dead. At that exact moment, his phone buzzed. Sarah was calling. He answered, relieved. "Hey, why didn't you just say something? You scared me." Confused, Sarah asked, "What do you mean?" Edward's chest tightened. "Aren't you on the stairs right now?" Her reply was calm, almost casual. "No, I'm still in my car. I just left work." Edward locked his bedroom door. Immediately, the doorknob started twisting violently. Heart racing, he shouted, "Get out of my house. I'm calling the cops." Whoever it was thundered back down the stairs, the front door slamming open. Edward ran to the window. Across the road, under the dim porch light, stood a tall man. He was dressed in a wrinkled button-up shirt and torn jean shorts. He was smiling, even from that distance. Edward swore he could see every tooth. The man turned and vanished into the trees. He was never seen again. These stories remind us that our homes, no matter how safe they feel, can sometimes attract the very dangers we think we've locked out.